Cosmic Mind UV, where you need to be. It's soon you'll see. But Cosmic Mind UV, man, hope all is well, hope all is well, hope all is well. You're gonna creep through with this show right here, man. Divine Feminine versus Jezebel Spirit. Alright, so y'all gonna hear it in a second, you know what I'm saying? Empress Star gonna, you know what I'm saying, slide through and link in with her, expertise, feminine energy, aspects, perspectives on it. And make sure you look forward to Who You With Wednesdays, you know what I mean? That's coming up this week. So we're gonna let the truth speak. Let me go share it, and then you can hear it. All right. All right, let's get through it. Let's get through it and get to it. Okay, Divine Feminine versus the Jezebel Spirit, all right? What the fuck is Cosmic talking about now? I mean, first of all, share, subscribe, make sure you support. Let's get it. Concept, especially in a spiritual and personal development context. Divine Feminine. What does it mean? What does this divine feminine term mean? What does this mean? Represents the higher, positive, and sacred aspects of feminine energy, or chi. It is about balance, intuition, empowerment, and authentic self-expression. Healthy, authentic self-expression. Key traits: empathy and nurturing, caring for self and others in a healthy way. Intuition and wisdom, trusting inner guidance. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Empathy and nurturing, caring for self and others in a healthy way. Intuition and wisdom, trusting inner guidance and spiritual insight. Creativity and flow, manifesting ideas, art or arts, and abundance naturally. Self-worth and boundaries. We're gonna do a whole show on that, ladies, and boundaries as parents, as mothers, as sisters, as whatever you show up as in different environments or forms. But yeah, self-worth and boundaries, knowing your value and maintaining healthy limits. Healing and compassion. Healing and compassion. Helping others without losing yourself. In practice. A woman embodying the divine feminine leads with love, grace, and strength. She uplifts herself and others, maintains balance, and attracts healthy relationships and opportunities. Number two, Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit is considered a negative, controlling, and manipulative form of feminine energy or energy. It often manifests as selfishness, deception, and dominance. Okay. All right. So, they call it alpha women or whatever they call it. I mean, but yeah, I'm just saying. Key traits: manipulation and control, influencing others for personal gain, selfishness and vanity, prioritizing ego and appearance over substance. Ladies, I need a lot of y'all to hear this because a lot of y'all be just real in vanity, real heavy, and I got to do a show on that. Like that shit is in. You take pictures and you posting them like trafficking and shit ain't going on, and then y'all motherfuckers yell about trafficking, but a lot of y'all, y'all just be posting pics. Shit's crazy. Like, what is you? What? Well, we know what you want to attract. That shit you gonna be complaining about and shit. Yeah, man. Selfishness and vanity, prioritizing ego. So when we talk about men's ego, I mean, ladies, come on now, you know what I'm saying? You got an ego too. And appearance over substance. Disruption in relationships, causing conflict or imbalance in families, friendships, or partnerships. Rebellion against guidance. Oh man, rebellion against guidance. They gonna say you trying to control me. See, it's a real fine line. I mean, for real, it really is. Rebellion against guidance and ignoring wisdom, boundaries or authority. You know what I mean? The proper authority, whatever you want to call it. Exploitation, using charm, sexuality, or deception to achieve goals. Using charm, sexuality, or deception to achieve goals. In practice, a person influenced by the Jezebel spirit may seek power at the expense of others, create toxic relationships, and lack empathy or accountability. This sounds very familiar about some of the things that a lot of the different platforms, women and men, and different dating coaches, women dating coaches, all that shit been saying. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Key differences: aspect, energy, divine feminine, healing, nurturing; Jezebel spirit, controlling, destructive. Relationships. So when somebody's saying you a hoe or you a whore or you a whatever, it probably is correct. It's probably accurate. I'm just saying. If you displaying some of these behavioral traits and patterns on a consistent basis. But relationships, divine feminine, builds trust and harmony. Jezebel spirit creates conflict and manipulation. Self-value, divine feminine, confident and grounded. Jezebel spirit, ego-driven, ego-driven and insecure. You hear this now? I need y'all to process this, ladies. I need y'all to share this whenever you see this. I mean, influence, divine feminine, inspires and uplifts. Jezebel spirit dominates and exploits. Come on now. Spiritual alignment, divine feminine, connected to purpose and higher self. Jezebel spirit, detached from morality or guidance. Number 4, application of personal growth, self-awareness, identify behaviors aligning with either energy. Boundary setting, divine feminine respects boundaries. Here we go. Divine feminine respects boundaries. Jezebel spirit violates them. You want to hear that again? Divine feminine respects boundaries. Jezebel spirit violates them. Spiritual practice, meditation, and or rituals, etc., can strengthen divine feminine traits. Empowerment over ego. Focus on authentic self-expression rather than control. All right, so the next portion, yeah, I mean, is going to be presented by Empress Star. She getting herself situated in the studio, get herself situated. So just cool out for a second, and we'll be right back. All right, peace and abundance.
Part two, you know what to do. You know who it is. If not, I'll let you know. It's Empress Star. I'm here to take you far. To give you part two of the show. We're talking about the divine feminine versus the Jezebel spirit. So here's a modern real life example comparison of melanated women embodying the divine feminine versus the Jezebel spirit in everyday life. So, the divine feminine in daily life, the scenario, workplace, and social life. She collaborates and uplifts colleagues rather than competing destructively. Uses her voice with confidence, expressing opinions without overpowering others. Maintains healthy boundaries, knowing when to say no and protect her energy. Practices self care and reflection, staying emotionally balanced. She encourages authentic connections and friendships and romantic relationships. An example is a woman in a leadership role mentors younger women, celebrates their successes, and navigates office politics gracefully. She negotiates her salary confidently, but doesn't belittle others to get ahead. Um, or she does all of that in the concept of an entrepreneur, though. On the other hand, the Jezebel spirit in daily life, the scenario is the same, which is the workplace and the social life. She manipulates her colleagues to gain favor or promotion, uses charm or flirtation to influence outcomes instead of merit, disregards boundaries, pushing others to do what she wants, she prioritizes self interest and ego, often at the expense of others' feelings. She creates drama and conflict, undermining trust in relationships. An example of this will be a woman spreads rumors about coworkers to gain influence, flirts with her boss to secure perks, or takes credit for others' work. Relationships feel toxic because they're based on manipulation, not respect. So here's a quick comparison in real life of the divine feminine versus the Jezebel spirit in career, love, and friendship. So the divine feminine leads with integrity and mentorship. She builds trust and mutual respect. She encourages growth and support compared to the Jezebel spirit when it comes to the career, love, and friendship. She uses manipulation and favoritism. She controls partners or plays mind games. She creates rivalry and drama. Um, yeah, we all know a few of these Jezebel spirits. So, the divine feminine, when it comes to self care and influence, she's reflective and balanced. and she inspires as well as uplifts. But the Jezebel spirit, according when it comes to self care and influence, it's ego driven and externally validated, and it exploits and dominates. Instead of using your grace, using that energy for strength, you use it for destructive patterns, destructive behaviors um, that usually don't end well. So this shows that divine feminine is about authentic power, love, and wisdom, while the Jezebel spirit is about ego, control, and disruption. So let's explore how the divine feminine and Jezebel spirit specifically related to us melanated women um, in a modern cultural and historical context. So, the divine feminine and the melanated woman. For us melanated women, embodying the divine feminine is often about reclaiming power, self worth, and authenticity in a world that historically and socially pressures them to conform or overperform. And how does this show up? Healing generational trauma, balancing strength with vulnerability, breaking cycles of emotional suppression, um, empowerment in relationships. It helps you set boundaries with partners, friends, and family without guilt because we all need boundaries. And don't forget to add children if you have children um, in that. Economic independence, pursuing careers, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy while maintaining integrity, which leads to community upliftment by mentoring younger women, advocating for justice, and contributing positively to social movements, which will lead to more spiritual growth. Because you will start to engage with your intuition, ancestral wisdom, or practices that honor the mind, body, and spirit connection. For example, a melanated woman leading a community project that supports girls' education while still nurturing her own personal growth embodies the divine feminine. She balances ambition with compassion and self respect. So, the Jezebel spirit and the melanated woman is particularly loaded um, in our history because the term has been historically used in a stereotypical and oppressive way to label black women as hypersexual, manipulative, or unruly, often to justify discrimination or control. Modern manifestations of the Jezebel spirit can include, but are not limited to, using sexuality or manipulation to gain personal advantage in personal and or professional settings. It's ego-driven behaviors that prioritize self-image over integrity over or communal well-being, which is going to lead to toxic relational patterns where trust is undermined, often from internalized oppression or societal pressure, reinforcing stereotypes, sometimes unconsciously acting in ways society expects of melanated women, which can perpetuate cycles of judgment and misunderstanding. And an example of this would be a melanated woman who constantly competes with other women, spreads rumors, or leverages others' emotions to get ahead. Maybe is it exhibiting the Jezebel spirit tendencies, but often societal pressures and historical conditioning play a role. So why does all this matters? Um, it matters because we need to start bringing awareness to this, and awareness equals empowerment. Black women understanding these energies can choose to embody the divine feminine rather than unconsciously internalize Jezebel stereotypes. We need to start healing versus repeating the same cycles. So, recognizing Jezebel patterns help break cycles of mistrust, toxicity, or external judgment. And after all of this, start to heal and all of that, breaking cycles and everything, we need to reclaim our culture. Divine Feminine allows melanated Black, Indigenous, copper tone women to define their own narratives, reclaim dignity, and lead authentically. So, is it good, ladies, to blend these two together? Let me know in the comments, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like, you need to lean towards the divine feminine or have some of that Jezebel spirit in you as well? What you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So, blending divine feminine and the Jezebel spirit is blending the divine feminine and the Jezebel spirit is generally not advisable. Why? Because they are fundamentally opposing energies. One is healing and empowering, the other is manipulative and destructive. Do you think we need a little chaotic energy sometimes? I don't know. Mixing them can create confusion, imbalance, and unintended consequences in relationships, career, and self perception. So why is blending them so risky? One, it conflicts with values because the divine feminine thrives on integrity, compassion, and balance, while the Jezebel spirit relies on ego, control, and manipulation. So mixing the two can lead to inconsistent behavior. So that's going to lead to relationship consequences because trying to combine nurturing with manipulation often undermines trust, making relationships romantic, familial, or professional unstable. Number 3, you have personal confusion. It may feel like powerful confidence, but in reality, it can erode authenticity and self-respect over time. And last but not least, it reinforces the stereotypes for Black women, melanated, copper tone, Indigenous women. It reinforces the stereotype. So, blending these energies can unintentionally align with societal Jezebel stereotypes, undermining efforts to embody and empower the divine feminine traits. So, what can be done instead is channel power through divine feminine. Traits like confidence, assertiveness, and independence can be expressed without manipulation or ego-driven behavior. Recognize Jezebel tendencies. Awareness allows you to redirect negative impulses into healthy, productive actions. Integrate positives, not negatives. You can adopt boldness, ambition, and assertiveness, qualities sometimes associated with the Jezebel energy, through the lens of divine feminine integrity. So it's not about blending both. It's about transforming traits often misclassified as Jezebel into empowered, authentic, divine feminine expression. So I think that pretty much covered it. So the divine feminine and the Jezebel spirit represent two opposing energies that influence behavior, relationships, and life outcomes. For Black women, these energies are especially significant because of historical stereotypes, societal pressures, and the unique challenges we face. The divine feminine represents empowerment, authenticity, nurturing intuition, and integrity. Embodying this energy allows Black women to reclaim their power, heal generational trauma, uplift communities, and create healthy relationships. The Jezebel spirit, on the other hand, represents manipulation, ego driven behaviors, and relational toxicity. While historically misapplied as a stereotype, modern manifestations can emerge from societal pressures or unresolved internal conflicts. Recognizing it helps prevent repeating harmful patterns. So the key is awareness. Understanding these energies enables conscious choice, spiritual growth, and healthier personal and professional life dynamics. So a few takeaways would be self awareness is crucial. Continuously observe your thoughts, actions, and motivations to identify which energy you are embodying. Boundaries protect your energy. Divine Feminine thrives on clear, healthy boundaries. Jezebel spirits disregards them. Empowerment over ego. Choose actions that uplift self and others instead of seeking control or validation. Healing and growth. Engage in spiritual, emotional, and mental practices to strengthen divine feminine traits. Reclaim the narrative. Recognize and resist societal stereotypes, choosing authentic self expression over imposed labels. So, reclaim the narrative and walk away from the stereotypes that we've been choosing. It's time to be authentically ourselves. Influence positivity. Your energy impacts relationships, careers, and community. Lead with love and integrity. All right. Thank you so much. That's my part of the show. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, give me a little of your time and your energy. Once again, it's this Empress Star here to take you very far. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
In the motherfucker D's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Hold on. All right, real quick, y'all. Media and popular culture. Hold on, y'all. In media and popular culture often amplifies negative stereotypes of Black women, which historically aligns more closely with Jezebel narrative. This includes portrayals of Black women as overly aggressive, hypersexualized, or manipulative. Effects on Black youth girls include distorted self-image. They may internalize unrealistic or harmful standards of behavior, appearance, and sexuality. Relationship dynamics. Exposure to these narratives can influence how they interact with peers, authority figures, and future partners, sometimes normalizing conflict or mistrust. Suppress divine feminine traits. Media rarely emphasizes Black women's nurturing, intuitive, or leadership qualities, which can make it harder for young girls to see those traits as attainable or celebrated. Emotional impact. These portrayals can contribute to low self esteem, anxiety, and confusion about identity and self worth. The contrast is that while divine feminine qualities like wisdom, empathy, and spiritual growth are often undervalued in mainstream media, recognizing and cultivating these traits personally and in communities can help counteract these effects. All right, y'all. This is another show, man. We out of here. Hope this did something for y'all. Make sure y'all share it. And we might have another show tonight. If not, you know how it would go. You know what I'm saying? Just put on your notification for the near shine. And then, like I say, guess what? Oh yeah, hold on. Sacred Space. Make sure you check out Sacred Space tomorrow night. We got Who You With Wednesdays coming through. So make sure you're here for that. Make sure you put on your notifications. Make sure you refer people to the channel. Refer people to the channel. Tell them to subscribe. Make sure you actually like the video. All of that is support. All of that contributes. Cozmik UV.